Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Anna and I'm a little bit spooky. And today we are playing with the Sigma Untamed palette and we're creating this nice pretty green look. I did a look similar to this a couple weeks ago, but I went like all in on the glam with the glitter and the bold lip, and it was just very full on, lots of contour. It was very full glam. So today I wanted to do a look like that, but make it a little more pared down, a little more wearable. We did kind of get a little crazy with the lashes, but that's about it. If you want to see how I got this look, just go ahead and keep on watching. But before you do, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below. Let me know some more looks you want to see. Do you want some more soft glam looks? Do you want some easy everyday looks? Do you want some full-on cut crease, go there glam? Let me know down below. And without further ado, let's get into this look. Hi guys, welcome back. Today we are going to do just a nice, a little more wearable green look with the Sigma Untamed palette. Kind of something that'd be pretty for Thanksgiving or holiday season. I love a green eyeshadow look. I think we know that by now. I'm obsessed with green eyeshadow, always have been. It's weird because I think that comes from my mom. Always was like opposed to green eyeshadow because she liked it, but she always said she couldn't wear it because it made her look sick or sickly looking. But I look remarkably like my mom. So I'm like, but I can pull off green eyeshadow. I think it's because maybe my hair color is a little bit different than hers. I don't know. She always just stuck to like cool tones, grays, very cool bluey toned plums. But I think she would have really enjoyed the Sigma Untamed palette. And go into the docile shade first. It was like almost like a challenge though when she said that, because she didn't think I'd be able to wear green eyeshadow either. It's weird. There's so many like makeup things now and like products and stuff. I'm like, man, I wish I had that when my mom was alive, because there have been products that she would have loved. She would have probably been all over Tarte and It Cosmetics. Okay, I'm gonna go into Boho next, which is the kind of mustardy tone. I'm gonna take that on a Morphe 441, just a nice little fluffy brush, knock off the excess, and I'll bring that through the transition. I am actually going to dinner today, and we have a business meeting prior to that. I'll probably prime my lids, obviously, and set them down and stuff. I've done a little bit of concealer, eye primer, concealer, and some translucent powder. Kind of blow that out just a little bit. Really focus it into that socket and let it blend out. I'm toying around with the new format of doing just the one eye on camera and then cutting it and doing the other eye, because it makes editing a lot easier. It's as simple as that. If long clips are really hard to edit sometimes, just because of the sheer size of them, because I do film in 8K and that's the best setting on my camera. If I go down to the 4K setting, which is what I film my vlogs in, it doesn't look nearly as good for makeup purposes, like to show you what I'm doing. It just doesn't look nearly as good. So I need the clips just a little shorter, just because it's a lot on my computer to import and try to edit 8K directly, and even to make the proxies of 8K, which is where you take the clip and you make a proxy of it that is a low res version, and the edits you make on the low res version apply to the high res, but it has trouble making the proxies just because the file size is so large. And it's really annoying because I have a really good computer. Like it's not a piece of junk I have, but it's more just basically a RAM issue. I have, I think, 32 gigs of RAM in my computer right now, and I'm probably gonna need to upgrade to about 64 gigs. And I think that's something that's gonna be getting done, hopefully. Either that or I'm just gonna buy another computer, and that way we don't have to share. It'd probably be cheaper to upgrade the RAM. Okay, so next step, I'm gonna go ahead and jump over to this little more Sigma brush. This is the one that come with the palette. I love this brush. I've used it like crazy just because it's so handy. I'm gonna take the medium sweeper and go into the darkest green here, matte green, called a camouflage. I've just been having a little bit of trouble lately editing. I don't know if I used to not have this issue, and I've been filming in 8K for quite some time, since like March, and suddenly Adobe decided it did not want to cooperate with me anymore after an update, and I've been having just a little bit of trouble since. So it's either on Adobe's end more, I think, because they keep updating and messing stuff up with unnecessary improvements, but whatever. I also think just having the more RAM would help regardless, and doing the smaller clips. Okay, I'm taking camouflage and kind of focusing it in right here. Another thing, the proxies take so long to make sometimes. I'm stuck at the computer you know, for 3 hours making proxies, and I'm not getting any real work done because I can't do anything else because that's taking all the RAM and all the resources in the computer to do. So I could allocate more RAM away from Adobe, but then that might be counterproductive. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. I was taking the blendy side of this brush, the diffuse crease now, and just blending that green, softening the edges of it on the outer V. Welcome to my tech talk. I am kind of a nerd for that stuff. I like computers and all that. I can ramble for hours about things like that and tech specs and stuff, so I'm just gonna stop. Oh, asthma sneezed. I'm just gonna put the green right there. Let me build it up just a little bit, just kind of a patting motion. I've also found that I can export the 8K file so down to a 4K and have no problem editing at that point and still maintain the quality of the 8K. So my camera, my previous camera I was filming on, it would cut off at 8 minutes, and so it was perfect. This one doesn't cut off, it just goes. So I have to kind of make myself cut it off. And just remembering to do that, not just going through the motions of doing the makeup and rambling. I'm gonna take a little bit more boho just right here, just to make sure that it's super smooth. Got the other eye up. I'm liking the way this looks. I'm gonna wipe off my little sweeper brush, and I'm gonna take the shade Envy, which is the metallic green, and bring that onto the lid. Just gonna pat it on initially and get laid down where I want it, and then we'll build up pigmentation. This kind of look was like my go-to look for so long, especially when I had red hair. I thought that was so beautiful. I still think that is a beautiful look. So I used to have very, very bright red hair. I've had copper hair. I think I've had every hair color under the sun just about. Especially like as far as natural hair colors, I've had them all. But I've had purple hair, I've had pink hair. I've never done blue. I'm not a fan of blue, so I had purple hair a lot and I enjoyed it. And I had jet black hair for a very long time. And of course I've had every shade of blonde. I'm just gonna let that flow up a little bit and softly into the socket so it's not a very defined placement. Yeah, I'm not going for cut crease vibes. I'm gonna take my finger and just really make sure it's intense. That shadow applies really well with just a brush. I'm gonna take a little more camouflage and just make sure it's all blending, flowing nicely right out here. I'm getting just a little bit of fallout from camouflage. Make sure everything is flowing nicely. More boho. I'm kind of like down to make sure I have pigment in the same places and everything looks visible, and then relax the eye, make sure it's symmetrical as I can get it on my very asymmetrical eyeballs. Clean off that little front part, that little medium sweeper, and go into Hustle, which is the soft goldy bronze shade. I'm bringing it right in here on the inner corner. And just let that flow into Envy. A little bit of liquid liner right at the lash line. And just do a very little baby wing. We're just thickening it at the outer corner. Okay, I'm going to go tight line my upper lash line, clean up the fallout, do my face makeup, and we'll be right back to do the lower lash line and finishing touches. Face makeup and put lashes on, all that. So let's do that lower lash line. I also put some nude liner in my waterline and kind of extended my inner corner just a little bit with some of the camouflage eyeshadow. So let's move on to doing this lower lash line. I'm going to take a little bit of boho on one side of the medium sweeper, and I'm just going to tuck it right there. And kind of just pull it along the lower lash line. I'm going to take a little bit of camouflage on one side of the brush, knock it off, and just tuck it right on this outer corner, pulling up into the eyeshadow on top. Alright, cool. I'm going to jump back to my biggest blending brush and just make sure everything is blended right here on this outer corner, or where my shadow starts, so there's no harsh line and everything is just flowing into one another. And I'll take my little highlighty shade they use on the brow, Docile, hit right there. Just make sure everything is flowing nicely. Now on the inner corner, I'm gonna take the medium sweeper, clean it off, and just pick up a little bit of, I'm going to take a little bit of my highlighter shade. This is the Becca highlighter in Opal. And take just a tiny bit of it on the tip of the brush and just get right in this inner part and let it flow over. Brighten up that inner square. Yeah, I'm using the baby mirror that is in this little sample, deluxe sample size, because it works. And I want to see what I'm doing up close. I'm going to take a little bit of that on the fluffy end of the brush and just hit right here very gently. Okay, and let's touch up a little bit of mascara and we'll be done with the eyes. This is the Essence Lash Princess, best mascara ever. Oh, I put on some big lashes today, by the way. I was not anticipating them being this big. I don't know what I was thinking. I knew they were big, and I just went for it anyway. Alright, the eyes are done. Now let's move on to the rest of the face. I've already contoured it, but I am gonna bronze, I think. I do have a bronzer. I'm gonna use the Ambient Lighting Luminous Bronze Light from Hourglass. This is one of the Ambient Lighting bronzers. One of the best bronzer ever. Take just a little bit of it and kind of come around town. Just bring a little warmth in. I'm going to use that Becca highlighter in Opal. A little fan brush here. This is a $1 Billion Brushes fan brush. It's a nice little fan brush. So like the first one I've had that actually worked. Fan brushes before. I actually have a really thick one, and then I have one that's just way too thin. This one is just a nice in between. But yep, I get the hype around the Becca highlighters now. I take it down the bridge of the nose. Now for blush, I'm gonna grab this Shanna B brush. I'm gonna take, let's see, Luminous Slush from Hourglass. I like this brush. It's nice. Alright, and over to my little e.l.f. brush. This is the e.l.f. blush brush, but it's like flat and pointy. Love it. And I'm gonna take a little bit of Dim Light and just pack that right here. Not pack, pat. Just brighten things up under the eye a little bit and just kind of making sure everything is flowing together. And then on a Flawless Face brush, I'm gonna take a little bit of Diffuse Light and just buff. Okay, and that is skin done. Let's do a little bit of setting spray. I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild Natural Finish. Alright, so I am gonna go put my clothes on, fix my hair, and we're back to do the lips and for the final look. Onto the lips, I'm gonna line them with the Milani Shoop lip liner, lightly. Alright, I'm gonna take the L'Oreal matte lip crayon in Smooth Caramel. Okay, alright. Let that and the liner kind of blend together. Right, and I think we'll put a touch of gloss. Take just a little bit of this one from Neutrogena Hydra Boost. This is the shade Soft Blush. Again, doesn't really have any color. And just in the middle. Alright, okay, and we are done. This is the look all complete. I love the way it came out. This is just a little bit of a softer, easier, more wearable version of the look I did the other day without the extreme glitter or anything like that. It's just a little more pared down, just something pretty. Like I said, today I have a little bit of a business meeting this evening, and then I'm going to dinner, so this is the kind of vibe I would go for. I have my little button down and jeans on. So thanks for hanging out with me today and seeing how I got this look. I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe and stay spooky. Bye now.